There are a lot of people in the tabletop role-playing game hobby that love to play with toys, and when you tell them that you don't need their toys to play the game, they start degrading what you're saying, they start degrading your position, and they'll start degrading you. And they'll do it, as I said earlier in another video, they'll do it in indirect, subtle ways, because most of these people are absolute cowards. They'll say that if you run a pure theater of the mind game, you're doing it because you want to be an actor, you want to run a drama class. What it tells me about the person making that remark is they have little to no experience, and if you really don't know what you're talking about, you should keep your fucking mouth shut. I have ran thousands of sessions of pure theater of the mind. The board that the people that use toys play with, you can make that in your head. And the miniature that they use, you can make that in your head through the imagination. Picturing your guy where he is, picturing, the terrain and what's going on. You can do that with your imagination. And if you learn how to do that with your imagination, then you have a board and you have minis. Now, if you as a game master can learn to help players do that, you can manage that during a session, then you are, in a way, playing with boards and a mini. You're just not doing it with the physical representation of those things. And yes, you can do mass combat, actually easier in Theater of the Mind, in my opinion, than trying to do it with a board and minis. And I've done thousands of D&D combat with Theater of the Mind that worked perfectly. And my games are not drama class. They will feel like you're in a D&D game. Trust me, it will feel that way. There'll be no doubt. It won't just feel that way because you are in a D&D game. If you're playing my game, in most cases, if you're not playing my personal game, that is. But if you're playing my second ed game, you'll be playing D&D and you'll know you're playing D&D. To claim otherwise, to say Theater of the Mind doesn't work, it's a lie. What you're saying is you are not good at it. Just be honest. You suck at Theater of the Mind. You are no good. It works fine for the people that can do it. It works perfectly. And you don't need minis. You don't need a board. You don't need nothing. And the game works perfectly and you're not running a drama class. But if you're a failure, right? But you don't want to believe that. Your ego tells you that you're better than what you actually are. Well, then you'll be convinced. No, you do need minis. You do need a board. No, you don't. No, you don't. Get off your high horse. That's what you need to do. You are not as good as you think you are, and that's why you're convinced that Theater of the Mind doesn't work, or you'll degrade it and say, oh, it's for drama class and for all these other things, and it's for 5e people that just want to do acting. No, it isn't, and Theater of the Mind is how the hobby started. Let's be 100% clear. Back in the 70s, when D&D came out, it did not come out with a board and miniatures. You had to do Theater of the Mind to play D&D, and people did it for years and kept doing it. And I picked it up when I got into the hobby, and that's all I do. So, get off your high horse, stop bullshitting yourself, stop bullshitting everybody else, stop bullshitting me, and start being honest. To play and run a normal D&D game, you don't need miniatures, you don't need a board. And I'm sorry to have to point this out to you, but you really don't. You really can play normal D&D the way it's meant, with the rules, the whole nine, without a board and without miniatures. Just, let's be clear on that. What I'm saying is fact. There's not a difference in opinion here. What I'm saying is like saying 1 + 1 = 2. I don't care if you have an opinion that 1 + 1 = 3. It doesn't. It equals 2. Theater of the Mind works. It works on mass combat. It works in every single area of the game. And that is a fact, like 1 + 1 = 2. I don't give a good goddamn what your fucking opinion is. What I'm saying is factually right. Period. Debate over. Anyway, take care for now. You know what you can do? You can hit the like button. You can share the video. Oh, and there's another button you can press. That one that lets you subscribe to my channel for more content. Oh yeah, there's that bell thing. You can press that so you know when I've uploaded a new video right away.